Hi, happy March to everyone. It is the first week of March, which is Read Across America Week, and it is also the month of March, which is the Music in Our Schools month. So I thought this week I would do sort of a personal project to find something that I could read that sort of has to do with music that I teach and music that I listen to and such. And so I found this book. This is an autobiography. An autobiography is something that you wrote about yourself. So this is the autobiography of Igor Stravinsky. Igor Stravinsky is one of the most important and influential composers of the 20th century. He wrote many, many different pieces of music in his lifetime between 1882 and 1971. Some fun things about Stravinsky, I found out that he had three brothers, and his three brothers were named Roman, Yuri, and Guri. He was born in Russia and lived there a lot of his young life, but he also lived in France, he lived in Switzerland, he lived in Hollywood and Beverly Hills in California, and he lived in New York City. He is buried in Italy, which I thought was interesting because he never lived there, but that's where his grave is. His teacher was Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, who is a famous composer himself, and Stravinsky was friends with Rimsky-Korsakov's son. The most famous pieces that Stravinsky wrote were the three ballets that he wrote early in his life, the Firebird, Petrushka, and the Rite of Spring. If you've ever seen the movie Fantasia, you have heard the music of the Rite of Spring. He was inspired by many things, by art, movies, literature, religion, and philosophy. He liked to learn about a lot of different kind of things. So I'm really excited about getting into this book. The book is 176 pages, so I am going to see if I can read all of this week for our Read Across America week. We'll see how that goes. I also found in my CD collection a bunch of Stravinsky CDs, and so every day I'm also going to listen to a little bit of his music. So this one is the Firebird, and I'm really looking forward to. I know some people don't do this anymore, but I listen to CDs, so I'm going to put it in the CD player and I'm going to listen to it and enjoy it. It's really a great piece of music, and he wrote a lot of really different, interesting things, and maybe we'll discover some more of those later this week. But I would encourage all of you to do some reading this week. If you have a book that you've been reading, that's great. And if you don't have one yet, then now is the time to get a really good new book. I like to read biographies because they're interesting to learn about certain people. And as I said, this is an autobiography. I did not know Stravinsky wrote a book about himself. So I'm really excited to dig into this and see what he has to say about his own life. I hope you all have a good day. Happy March 1st.